That was a half last time I was in third grade. Okay, welcome to today's next level session, 2 p.m. East, Tuesdays through Thursdays. We hop on these. We get a little jiggy with it. We get a little advanced sometimes, a little beyond the kind of normal beaten path with kvCORE. If you do need the basics, just a friendly reminder, we like to bring this up. We do have our 1 p.m. session, that's Eastern time, Mondays through Thursdays with the training team, and they kind of walk you through the different elements of the Quick Start course. So you can access the calendar from kvCORE and hop on those. And then you get me and sometimes some guests here on these sessions where, again, we get a little off the beaten path. And we're going to do that again today. I have a guest. Gabe, you there? I'll come on camera if you will.
Yeah, I'm here. How you doing?
Good, good. So we have Gabe Haugstrom, who you guys probably are getting to know at this point, who was on with us, well, probably about 2 or 3 weeks ago, right? We talked about API Nation's auto triggering of direct mail through thanks.io. And then you guys have followed up and did something with Mailbox Power, which is a similar product to thanks.io, but those guys have some different functionality, right? You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, exactly. So here, I'm going to grab the screen real quick.
Yeah, take it.
Yeah, so we have added a sync from kvCORE to Mailbox Power. And if you're not familiar with Mailbox Power has a couple really interesting things. Chief among them is personalized gifts. So it's stuff like brownies with their name on it, water bottles. You can even do like a barbecue set, like with a laser etched name on there. So a lot of people use this for clients after you've had a successful transaction, or if you're just reaching out after a year. I saw a video of a guy who was reaching out, a year later. He says, don't forget, I helped you buy your house. Here's a wine bottle to celebrate your year anniversary. So pretty cool. And basically, we wanted to make it as easy as possible for you to send these gifts out through kvCORE. So what you can do here in kvCORE, in the marketplace, you're going to go to that API Nation tile. And I saw it last time we were on here. I think it took you to a different page. So we fixed it, and it now takes you to the page with all the kvCORE integrations here. So you can come on down here. You can see there's tons of different integrations. We added Dub, which is a cool video messaging app. Yeah. Thanks.io is right down here. Mailbox Power is right here. So
I saw you send a video out about Mojo yesterday, right? Or the other day.
Yeah. Mojo's big kvCORE connection.
Yep. And then, guys, I want to remind everybody too, we talked about this the last time, and maybe you'll have time to show us, Gabe. Realtor.com and Zillow leads can pipe in through API Nation too. So
yeah, we should hop back there and we'll take a look at that.
Yep.
So basically, you'll just sign into your account. You might already be signed in. You'll choose your kvCORE account. Go ahead and select that. Once you have a Mailbox Power account, you'll just connect it. Pretty easy. There's instructions here, but if you just click this link, it takes you out to Mailbox Power. There's your key. Grab it, go back, paste it in here, label this whatever you want. kvCORE, cool. It's just naming the connection, just in case there's edge cases where somebody's managing 3 or 4 Mailbox Power accounts. So then in those cases, they just want to name the Mailbox Power accounts. And then the last thing here, we're going to subscribe. And this takes us to our final step. You can just filter out who exactly is going over. So maybe you're recruiting agents and you only want to send agents over to Mailbox Power. You could do that. Or maybe you're just doing buyers or sellers. I know some people like to do one at a time. So let's say I'm sending buyers over and then they're going over to Mailbox Power. I'm going to send them to a new group called kvCORE Buyers. I can do that. And then
you do need the address, right? Similar to thanks.io.
Yeah, you're going to definitely need the address. So come on down here, make sure the address is here. Looks like we need a street address. So we'll just type that in, address. There we go. City, state, zip, that all looks good. And then we're basically ready to rock. So I'm going to hit this activate. And now buyers will get sent over to Mailbox Power into a group called kvCORE Buyers. Whenever I want, I can hop in there, go in here, go to these mailing lists, pick them out, send out, personalized gift to everybody who gets sent in there. So Pretty simple, pretty easy. Really, really great way to kind of reach out to your clients, make sure they're reminded of who you are, and a little investment in the relationship that's going to, produce future deals.
So one scenario here, probably the most common in my mind that's coming to is the post close. So if you put somebody in the closed status in kvCORE, you can pretty much have Mailbox Power automatically send. I don't know if Mailbox Power has the ability to automatically send at that point, or do you need to go into Mailbox Power and send to that person?
Yeah, so you would need to hop into Mailbox Power, and that person will be there waiting for you, and you can just click on them and send it with basically a push of a button.
Okay, good. I think, and I'd be surprised, guys. I know a little bit about Mailbox Power. They have some similar functionality. Thanks, Gabe. There might be a way that you can say that, hey, anytime somebody lands in this list at Mailbox Power, just go ahead and send something to them.
Yep.
I think they have an automation feature, but I wouldn't expect you to be too familiar with that. You guys have built the bridge. But definitely, if you're a Mailbox Power user, check that out. You see the create a new automation up there at the top right, Gabe?
Yep.
I have a hunch that if you click that, you're able to say, hey, when this hits see that drip time release?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could do this and then just, new buyers.
Yep. This way you don't have to. This way you don't have to actually log into Mailbox Power. It'll just send your closing gift automatically. So that's cool. As while Gabe plays with that, you guys can see how he does it. Bottom line here is that kvCORE can play with almost anything out there, and can talk to other applications you might be using. API Nation just makes it really easy to do this. It's just a couple of clicks and then you've connected the two systems up. You don't need to hire a programmer. You don't need to pay for expensive Zapier accounts in some cases, right? So yeah, that's cool. You just pick your gift.
This would go out, as soon as they get synced over, bam, they get some brownies. Cool.
So you don't even really have to, you just set that up as Gabe just did, and it only took him about 2 minutes and you're good to go. Make sure you got your billing set up over there, because you're going to pay, that's not too expensive, $5.59 to get like an actual physical item out in the mail.
No, if I went to a grocery store to get brownies, to be honest, I think it's pretty close. It's pretty close to the same price. Yeah, I should just send them to myself.
Do they have anything keto friendly? I'm trying to stay up.
Ooh, I saw some pistachios in there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. That way you can, if you do have the keto clients, you got the people losing the LBs for the summer. Last thing, absolutely. Actually, what kind of pairs nice with this is, like you said earlier, the Zillow and the Realtor.com, because what you can do here is have these Zillow leads sync to kvCORE, and then as they come in, also sync to Mailbox Power. So you don't even have, you could be on a beach somewhere and the lead will come into kvCORE. kvCORE will tell Mailbox Power, they'll send them a welcome gift that says, hey, it's really important to us that we're doing business together. So you can do this.
So something lands in a physical mailbox, but then you have your kvCORE automation sending emails, texts, and everything else.
Yep. So pretty simple. Just same thing. Connect Zillow. It'll go to kvCORE. I'm gonna just. You can look a little bit about. This is kind of the secret. Power here of this integration is you can do the mapping any way you want. So even stuff like you can put stuff in the notes field. So if people leave comments or a message in their lead, that'll go in the notes, and you're going to have that, and it's really helpful. You can even tag them. Let's do Zillow lead.
Very cool.
Cool. That's about it. Yeah. Was there any questions about any of that?
Yeah. Any questions, guys? Thanks for sharing that, Gabe, as a follow-up to the thanks.io, the direct mail stuff a few weeks ago. This is another solution that will send something actually out in the mail to your people. Guys, this is powerful. Thanks.io, for example, we created that because we knew that whenever we sent a postcard to follow up on a seller lead, it increased the conversions rates by a lot. And now with Mailbox Power, you can send an actual physical gift out. So it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it creates, it's a nice mix of things you can, different strategies you can employ. Get those handwritten cards out there, get the pistachios, the barbecue stuff. It's great.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Gabe, for popping in, and we'll see you soon, I guess.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.
Yeah. I'm going to jump off camera again, guys, and let's see, get my share going. So that was just quick. I had almost forgotten that I invited Gabe to come on and tell us about that one today. The other thing that I had before maybe we get into some Q&A was a bit of a follow-up on yesterday's stuff about building out a kvCORE based recruiting funnel. And I'm just going to share with you an update about this. I had promised yesterday that I might do some YouTube ads around this, but I didn't have time. We did that webinar late yesterday. I had a busy morning. So tomorrow I'm going to do the actual YouTube ads. But what I did do today was I looked in at the campaign. I think this will be instructive for you guys. And the landing page it generated says 8 clicks in YouTube, in Facebook. But what I was really looking at, and I'm really concerned with, is the landing page views right here. This is people who actually made it to the landing page we had built. A link click sometimes in Facebook just means they clicked on the ad. So 3 people had gone there. That's a small sample size, but nobody had opted in yet. So we spent about 12 bucks. Nobody had opted in yet. We are prepared to spend a little more to get a recruiting lead into the system, so to speak. But what I did was I went and built another campaign that is the actual lead form, because generally out of 3 clicks, I would have had at least a lead already if I was using a lead form where the data is collected on Facebook. So I just want to show you that I did that and kind of make the point that with all this stuff, you kind of get an idea, you follow the basic framework for building out your growth system or your funnel, whatever you want to call it. But you need to be prepared for it not to start working right away and to start iterating on a day-to-day basis. And my kind of routine with any venture that I'm involved with is I'll look at the traffic and what it's doing. The thing I did yesterday, I'll look today and I'll try to add a little extra on it, try something a little unique. And it could take me on this funnel, it could take me a week or 2 of just spending 10, 20 minutes a day on it until it's kind of just on autopilot, pushing people through and generating conversations the way I want it to using kvCORE. So I think my point is don't give up. In this particular funnel, the landing page didn't start working right away, so I'm trying another angle. And then whatever starts working the best, eventually I'll turn off the other stuff and just let it run. So that was that. Let's see. And I don't really have much else. So I figured, after Gabe today and after that quick update on that funnel, do you guys have anything related to kvCORE, like any functionality in the system that you would like a deep dive on today? We have plenty of time. I could go into the smart CRM, filter and contacts. We could talk about landing pages more. What haven't we talked about in a while? I'm going to see. Yeah, Jen, I see you raising your hand. Just chat in the box and let me know what you might want to dive into. You guys are quiet today. Sure, lead routing. Okay. Let me see if I can get into an admin account and in preparation for your question here. 1 second. So go ahead and chat the question in, but I'll show everybody the lead routing functionality in the system. I'm in my non-admin account, guys, so just bear with me here. So are you having any specific difficulties, Jen, with lead routing? Okay, so you have leads coming in as private leads that need to come in as company leads. And I'm having trouble today getting into my admin side. How are they coming? What's the lead source, Jen? I might be able to do some from my end here. So if the lead source, social media or direct website, okay. Well, they should come in to the direct, but my question would be, are they coming into an agent subdomain? The URL that you're using on social media, is it the main domain for the company or for the office? Or is it a like a specific agent subdomain? Because that would usually be the first culprit, okay? And then they come in and then they route to different agents, round robin, but you're not able to see them. Yeah. where you'd want to go, and I apologize, I'm looking at kind of an agent view of lead routing, but you would have the option when you go into the lead routing page, that's up, you would click the name up at the top right, and then you go to lead routing right here, and look at the rule. I don't have it here in this account, but you would see company and you would see office, and check to see that the rule that you're using for routing is set at the company level. That's about the best I can do from here. Our support team could probably help with that too, but that's most likely what's going on, is that it's going like the rule was built in another entity, we call it internally here. Maybe it was built like by the like an admin, and they built it in their own account or something. Yeah. Okay, some other questions. Sorry, I wish I could do more. In the home page, Omid's asking, can you show how we changed the serving area at the very bottom of the home page? For sure. Okay, so let's do that. Jen, you should have an account manager, hopefully. That would be the person you reach out to. But if you don't know who that is, just try the support widget. They can get you in touch. But support should be able to help. So the question is about areas we cover right here and how these areas get changed or added. So the way to do that is you come up to your site here, you go to Web and IDX, and we'll just go to Website Manager, the main link here. And then if we go to Site Content, we're going to see these service areas in SEO right here. And you'll see I kind of have a bunch loaded up here. Not a bunch. I have 9 records loaded up here. And these are the ones that correspond to what shows down at the bottom of the page here. So if you want, you can actually, I think, add them all at once when you first do this. Or you can remove them all, or you can just start searching for either zip codes, neighborhoods, or cities. So 33712 is the zip code. Oops. I think I put it in the wrong box. There we go. You put it in this search box up there, and then it'll add it, and it'll show up at the bottom of your page. So if I come here, I should see 33712 now. And then there it is. Another really cool thing you can do with this is you can actually control the content at the top of the page. So you can add a little bit of it, a little extra. I have a video here, and then I put my widget to get a home valuation on the top of the Gulfport page. And the way that I did that was in the individual city right here, you can notice I've got some code in this middle box. So I have my YouTube embed, and then I have my embed code for the find your home value in there. So you can actually adjust the actual pages that people go to when they do that. So yeah, that's how to change those and to adjust those right there. And you might find that you need to do that again, either for the whole company or on an agent level. The agents can control what show there as well, I believe. So good question from James. If you have a hashtag on a squeeze page and is set to never opt in and use a Facebook lead form, will that hashtag be applied to the lead coming to Facebook? So no, if the question is when they click over from the Facebook lead ad, but you have the hashtag set in the squeeze page, I don't think it will. What you need to do is whatever bridge you're using to get from the Facebook lead ad into kvCORE. So if you're using API Nation or Zapier, you're probably using one of those two, you would set the hashtag at Zapier or API Nation. But the hashtag that's set in the squeeze page won't do the trick. So I was going to kind of bring this a zap up as an example. Just 1 second, I'm bringing up another window here. Where's all my stuff? I've got lots of zaps. Zaps all over. Let's see. Here's this listings carousel I built the other day. And when I create the action at kvCORE in my Zap, you can see I have a tag right here that tells it was from my listings page campaign. So I set it at the Zap. Hope that worked, James. I hope I understood the question right. Yep, no problem. But I'll tell you, this is the most direct, easiest way to generate conversations with leads. A Facebook lead form, zapping in or using API Nation, either one works. API Nation is free. Zapping it into kvCORE with an automated text. It's the recipe, guys. It's the recipe for success. And this carousel ad that I created the other day, since I don't see a lot of other questions, I'll show you this again. I kind of went by it quick yesterday. We've generated 47 leads at $2.08 a lead since last Friday. And there's an auto text that goes out. It says something like, hey, thanks for checking out listings on our website. And it says something like, just curious, how long have you lived in the area? It's like a conversation starter. And I actually got a very good script from Everett at the Forever Florida office, a script that I'd never used before that he started using. I'm going to share with you guys. What he's doing when he manually talks to people, and I'm going to set up the automation, is he's asking this. He's saying, just something like, just curious, are you more interested in a condo or a single family home? And I think this is a really good one. He told me he's getting the best response from this so far. He kind of came up with that on his own. He was using some of the stuff I'd given him. He said, well, I tried this and it's beating your stuff. And I said, excellent. Beat my stuff. So he's saying, are you, and I like this, it's kind of an either or, and it's true. Most people are either thinking either, right? Or you could even do or both like this, but this is a really good follow-up in your kvCORE smart campaigns to a lead. And if you're not in a heavy town condo area, it might be a townhome, right? It might be the other way that you kind of say that. If you're in more like a suburban area or rural, maybe there's not a lot of condos per se, but condo, townhome. Or if you have all three, you could do this, condo / townhome. So, but yeah, this carousel ad. So we're driving leads there. People are responding to the auto text. And all this is it's one ad that shows a handful of our current listings. I need to get the rest of them in here. But again, like I was saying earlier, you kind of test these things, you get it started, and then you refine. So I'm going to go add more listings to this. And it's just always running. It's excellent for the company. It's kind of got the company brand out there. I don't need to change the ad ever or turn it off. All I need to do is come in here and change out the different listings that I'm featuring in the ad. So when you create your ads, all you need to do is choose this carousel option instead of single image or video. You run it just like any other ad. And then it's all using the same lead form for every listing. It's the same exact lead form. Where I'm taking them is I'm just taking them to the main all listings page for the company. So I say, hey, if you want more details about this listing, go here. But where I'm taking them is the page that has all our listings. So this page right here. This is definitely turning into a Ryan jumps around 500 different things kind of session, guys. So thanks for bearing with me. But I hope you're getting some nuggets out of this. So yeah, so it's similar to Property Boost, Pat, except that it's running all the listings in a carousel, instead of one listing at a time. Now, we do have our smart social leads option in Marketplace that is very similar to this that I've recreated manually. So if you don't want to go through all the gobbledygook that I've gone through, you can go to the smart social leads, and this more or less does the same thing. It runs a carousel ad for your company's listings, and I think it tries to grab, if you don't have inventory, it tries to grab other listings out of the MLS and put them in there. Yeah. So, but smart social leads, it does have a monthly, but if you just want to set it, forget it, generate leads in off of Facebook, name, email, phone, both Property Boost and smart social leads are a really good option. The most important thing and the biggest point of failure I see with people using Property Boost or any of the other Facebook ad type options is they don't have that auto text going. And it's a huge missed opportunity not to have an auto text configured in your smart campaign. So this particular campaign right here, Waterfront, that we're going on a 1.5 years with, it gets a 32% response to the initial text. And it's very simple. Thanks for stopping by and looking at waterfront properties on our website. Do you already live in Pinellas County, or are you thinking about a move / second home here? I think that I will probably change that to Everett's question. since he says it's working so well. So I'll change that up for him later. It's a company campaign, so I need to log into the company, not my own account, to change it. So James is asking how are we featuring the listings in the carousel? Yeah, so it's not Property Boost. I manually created this ad. So let me show you. What I'll do is yes, I'll just create it. Okay, so open house carousel. I'll use the existing ad set that I already have here. And then my ad would be carousel demo. So let's pretend we just created our Facebook ad. We've set up the campaign. We've set up our ad set targeting our local area. So I'm targeting all of Pinellas County here. And then when I get to the part where I do the ad creative, what I'm choosing is I'm choosing carousel instead of single image or video. Right here. And then you can come down and you can see there's these carousel cards. So you can start, each card is a separate listing. So I'm just going to cheat and use some of the images I already had here, but I uploaded these from my website. My headline would be like 123 Main Street. And in the description optional, I was doing things, I was pasting in the first few lines of the remarks. That, you know, you don't have to do that, but I was doing this the other day when I created this ad. I just copy off of the website first sentence or two of the remarks. And then you see down here, I can enter another one. You can even do videos here. It doesn't need to be an actual image. So I pick a second one. Just a little tip, if you do videos, you see the first three that Facebook gives you, they don't choose the video option. They choose the image option by default. So you kind of have to delete those. And then you're going to click the add media and do an add video one right here if you want to do videos. And then Pat's asking, do you paste in the URL of the listing? So that's my little bit of a trick here. I'm sending all of these for more info. I'm sending them all directly to the page with all the listings to get more details. Because I'm putting the remarks in, you can put the price in, but it's kind of like to see all of our listings, click here. You can do it however you want. You can do your lead form and have it go directly to the listing, of course, but you can't set a lead form for every carousel item, if that's the question. So I've got this kind of general, like, hey, here's a tour of our listing inventory ad. And then each of our listings, they click to learn more. They fill out first name, last name, email, phone. And we don't have, I can see this being problematic if you had, 500 listings at the company. You'd probably have to structure your campaign a little different. But for us, half of these are pending. We've only got 7 or so. Yeah, so now they land here, and then we almost want this. This is kind of like marketing hack or science. I almost want the person to get here and be like, and get my text and be like, yeah, I was curious about that property at 123 Main, but I got to the page and I didn't see it. Like, you almost want them to talk to you about that. Even though you gave them what you said you would, they can come to this page and it'll be here. They can get more information about like the nice shiny blue house here that they just saw on Facebook. It'll be in this list. But that first text, you want to be like, yeah, that thing over in Clearwater at 1582 Penwood Circle, I have some questions about that. So, but so far it's been a good experience. We haven't had, it was like, what did I say? It was like 40 something leads. We haven't had anybody say like, no, that was a bad experience. The carousel itself is getting lots of engagement and generating lots of leads at an affordable number. So I really like this as a strategy for a larger team, or for somebody who has multiple listings, or a full brokerage. If you want really good presence in an area on Facebook all the time, but you want your ad to be kind of dynamic and always changing, this is a good option. And then again, I'll just say, I'm doing this all manually. If you do the smart social leads in Marketplace, then it'll kind of happen automatically. It'll swap out the current active listings for you here in the catalog. Thanks, James. Just looking at the questions here. But, this falls under something that probably wasn't as big a deal the last year or two, because the inventory was selling really fast. But now you're going to want to be able to say to your sellers, like, hey, I've got this running. It's in a carousel. It's getting a bunch of impressions. You want to be able to tell them, hey, we've got a certain number of views on the actual website. And of course, we have more opportunity now to leverage our listings to generate leads because they're not flying off the market. So the longer these carousel ads stay out there, the more leads we can generate on our listing inventory. And the little hack I'm putting is I'm going in Fridays. My plan is to just change the carousel items if there are open houses and just put the open house time in the actual ad so they can see that it's open. So yeah, that's kind of what I got today, guys. I'm not seeing any other questions. The reason I wasn't ready to do that YouTube ad was I need to actually record the YouTube video. I didn't even think of that. I want to run an ad for recruiting, but I need an actual video to get people to watch. So what I'm probably going to do is record some video about it, some kind of tip or trick for, growing your real estate business. I think since I'm recruiting here in Florida, I'm thinking I'll do a video about how to target out of town buyers and sellers, since we have a lot of people coming from up north. So I'll do like a little 5-minute case study video about that, and then I'm going to run that on YouTube, and that'll be tomorrow's topic. So your daily call creation delivers 10 calls a day and a daily email at 7. Yep. Are you trying to change that? Oh, it doesn't deliver the email. I don't think I can help, James. That's a support one. I don't know of any issue. As time has gone by, I'm a little further removed from the product side here, from the nitty gritty there, but I'm not familiar with an issue like that. Yeah. But that's cool functionality. It's cool to hear you're using it. I'm trying to remember now where that gets set to share with everybody else. I think you go to your profile. Yes, if you go to your profile, guys, what James is talking about, you can come down to the right side and you can say, hey, give me 10 calls every morning. And, have me call people in these specific categories. So like, I want to call all my closed deals. I don't want to let anybody who I've closed with in the past fall through the cracks. So give me up to 5 calls every day and send me an email with a list of people, with that list of people, so I remember every day. Oh, okay. So Thomas has a good question. So you're doing the property deals lead gen. When they register to the landing page and they get to the deals page, they drop off and don't look at any properties. That's normal. People get distracted. So you're using a landing page, you redirect, or you sending them to something kind of like what I'm doing here. My deals link. Find that. But they're not taking the time to click all your deal links. Do you have a video up top like me? Yeah, because if you have the video, that's going to slow them down too. And then you're hoping they're going to click on all these and then, start viewing properties. They need to click this and then they can do this and it still won't register a property view, right? Then once they do this, it'll register a property view. My take is don't sweat it too hard. The fortune's in the follow-up. Yeah, that's why we have our automations. You're going to get them when they start getting your property alerts that you automatically set up as part of that funnel. And when you start sending something every week to engage them, if you're sending a deal of the week, they're eventually going to start clicking through and you'll get a sense for what they're looking for. But if you're doing a like 727realestatedeals.com kind of thing, this is very top of the funnel. Anybody would be like, oh yeah, I want to know about deals, but they're not saying like, I want to move tomorrow or buying an investment property tomorrow. This is just bait to get more contact info about local homeowners and renters into your database. And then you're letting kvCORE kind of start sending them property updates. And as they start to engage with that, then you'll get a better idea. But the reason I don't think you're getting a lot of clicks through is because they have to take so many steps in the funnel to actually register the property view with kvCORE. So, and I wouldn't lose sleep over it. It's all about consistency and quality of your follow-up. Sending, the best thing you could do is a deal of the week video. Those are so amazing. Like, just find empty houses, fixer uppers, shells, whatever it might be. the easiest thing for you to go out with a video and record without having a listing agent, get permission, even if it's a land lot or something, just email that video every week. And it's like a recipe for crazy engagement. More engagement when the market's not so great, when it's not such a seller's market, but yeah. Have I noticed a lot of changes with the Facebook pixel in regards to the iOS update? Yeah, it's been a nightmare. It's really not fun. As a Facebook advertiser, your tracking is all off. You really don't know what's actually happening if you're running any campaigns other than the Facebook lead campaigns. That's why I almost exclusively do those, because that is on Facebook. The action happens on Facebook, and it worked. If you try to run a conversion campaign on Facebook, it's really frustrating. And there are cases where I definitely have been trying to do that, and it's just, you don't know if the data is accurate. I do it for Thanks.io a lot. I run a conversion campaign. It'll look like I'm paying $80 for a sign up, and really there's like 5 people who have signed up, but you don't know where they came from because Facebook's hiding that data. So I really like these lead forms. TikTok is offering them now. I think Twitter had them. They might have taken them away. But on all these platforms, while they offer them, I think these lead forms are the way to go. The funny thing is, I think we're like coming up on 10 years and they've been in existence almost. So hopefully they're not going anywhere because they work really well. Rich is asking how to change the default lender. That's just in your settings. You're an admin, right, Rich? It's up in the it's up there somewhere in your settings up at the top right. I took that annoying dash lane. I had to take that dash lane extension out. You guys see me struggle with the other day. Like, I just had to take it out of Chrome, and then I need that to get back into my admin view of kvCORE sites. And I don't want to do that in front of you guys because it's like 800 steps. It's a nightmare. I gotta like reinstall the thing and all this stuff. But it's up here somewhere, Rich. Up. Sorry. And then you want to transfer leads to an agent. So you want to have just one property boost or specific property go to an agent. Oh, well, the best thing you could have done was actually run that, pay for it out of that agent's account. I guess that wouldn't be the easiest thing to do because you would need to log in. I thought that when you run a property boost, you can actually choose the URL. So this is something you would do in the future, Rich, when you actually run the property boost. I know you can choose the URL, and you would choose the agent's subdomain at the time of running boost. To solve your problem now, to get all those leads reassigned or transferred to an agent, I'm pretty sure your best course of action is going to be to filter for the property boost. So you do, I'm looking to see if I have any property boost leads in here. I thought I did. So do like whatever the hashtag is. I'll just do like an example hashtag. So you'd search for the property boost hashtag, you'd bring everybody up. And then I think you can check them all off like this. And I'm pretty sure you can do more actions and then do transfer or share. And then you search for the agent and you can share to them that way. But it's not gonna, you're gonna have to do that again tomorrow when that property boost generates more leads. But en masse, you could do it like that. And I'm pretty sure when you run the property boost, you could have chosen the thing. Who's April? Is it April one of my leads? Sheila? You saw my screen? She could be another agent or something who opted into one of my things. I get a lot of agent opt-ins here. Okay. Oh, April King. Oh, she might be one of our lenders at Forever. Yep, she's Delia loves her. I've never talked to April, but Delia loves her. She's like the one she recommends to everybody. My broker. You must be local then. You out this way? But yeah, she does a lot of work with us. Oh, cool, cool. So there was a question here. Do you have a preference of Zapier or API Nation? Well, the only reason I personally have a preference for Zapier is because I've been using it since way back, and I'm stuck paying for an account because of all the different things I have going. So it's just like the electric bill for me at this point. But if you're just running, if you're just running one or two unique things and you're connecting kvCORE and you don't need a Zapier account for 100 different things, then definitely API Nation. It'll save you some money. The Facebook bridge is free with API Nation. So you can get, if you're running Facebook lead form ads, you don't even have to pay. You just hook up the API Nation. And then these little micro things like the thanks.io, the Zillow, the Realtor, the Mailbox Power that Gabe talked about today, if you're only using one or two of those, you're still going to be ahead of the game versus paying Zapier for a $25 or more account to do some of this stuff. So that would be how I decide, am I connecting 3 or more things? Then maybe Zapier starts to make sense. Otherwise, API Nation. Good questions, guys. Thank you. Give me stuff to talk about. Oh, James, it used to be only one, how many lead ads you can run simultaneously through API Nation, but now you can clone them. It's very nice of those guys. I think at some point they're going to be like, hey, can we start charging for this? But let's just go in. What you need to do is there's this little clone button up top. Here, I'm just going to kind of go to my Facebook lead ad one here. Oh, I always run into this problem. I have so many, this particular account, I have a lot of Facebook pages and it always gets hung up. Oh, but I think I'm good. I think I'm good. I'm kind of showing you guys on the screen how this works. Okay. Okay, guys, but I want to see my bridges. Here we go, my syncs. Oh, there we are. So you see, I have a bunch actually. And then the way you create a new one, it's not super intuitive. You just clone it. See the little copy right here? Clone your workflow. And you can also clone from the top. This is the page I was trying to get to. See, that's this clone up top here. And then when you're looking at all yours, you can clone to the right. You can do as many as you want. So yeah, if you're just using your major use case for integrating something with kvCORE is to get a Facebook lead ad to push a lead into kvCORE, don't spend the money, use API Nation, because you're going to have to spend 25 or more a month with Zapier. I don't even know how much they cost now. I think we're paying like $300 a month or something for the darn thing. Let's see, Zapier. Zapier is I wish I could have invested in them way down the road because they've got all these business owners who are kind of stuck with them. You can't turn it off because you're powering your business with these things. Yeah, so a starter, it's only $750 task a month. You're going to pay 20. That's on a billed annually. If you go to the monthly bill and you don't pay for the whole year, it is $30 a month. So API Nation all the way if you don't need that. Now, if you're doing, at the point where you're doing 3 or 4 different applications and you're tying it together, then the money you save and not having to manually do data entry and add leads and the convenience, I definitely think that even if you're paying $73 a month here on their, professional plan, it's fine. It's cheaper than hiring an employee to do all that stuff. Yeah. Yep. So James, you clone the sync. Sorry, I skipped that. You just clone it and then you change out the individual aspects of that bridge. But yeah, like you said, it'll look the same as that old one and you go swap out the lead. Yep. She'll tell April she's getting crazy exposure for her business on kvCORE webinars from Ryan at Forever Florida Real Estate. She'll be psyched. It's not crazy exposure. A few hundred people will see this at some point. All right. I'm not seeing any other questions, guys, but again, thanks for being here. As always, tomorrow I will be more prepared. Yeah, go ahead, James. I'll be more prepared with that YouTube case study. I just didn't want to rush it. an hour before today and have it be messy. And I knew Gabe was coming on. So, but go ahead, James, one more question and then we'll get going. How to create a GIF from a video. Yes. I use, there's a few tools you can use. GIFmaker.me. If you have the video file already. Oh, this page has been taking a while to load, actually. The last few times I've gone to it, it's been really slow. There's 3 ways. It's funny you're asking this question, James. I have this blog. Hustlesauce.com. And I made a how to make a GIF. What was this, 5 days ago? I'll be honest. I was kind of, my wife's out of town and I was kind of bored on the weekend, and I was going down that whole SEO rabbit hole. I was trying to rank this post eventually for how to make a GIF, but GIFmaker.me will let you do it. Canva, if you have the Canva Pro, it is so fun. You can animate, I'm pretty sure from a video, but you can make good GIFs there. And then Screencast-O-Matic is the other method that I probably showed you. So use GIFmaker.me, and then Screencast-O-Matic, you can export your video as a GIF. That might have been, actually, now that I think about it, the thing that I most recently talked about on one of these. Oh, the specific training about that. Let me see if I can find it. Okay. It's always the last thing after I give you 100 other options. It's probably this one, hacking up some real estate graphics. I bet you it's that one. Has to be that one. Drop that there way. That was May 26th. And I'll show you in there, but Screencast-O-Matic, if I just a random video, if I click save as video file, I can export it as type GIF. Now you don't want to export like a 2-minute long GIF. It'll be so large and it'll bog your computer down. You want to make sure when you're using this that you just only have like a 3-second snippet. You want to cut it out of the video. I'm not using StreamYard for this, Sheila. I'm using just Zoom's direct connection to YouTube, but I've been using StreamYard a lot and I really like it. I've been using StreamYard for another venture on a daily basis, and it's really cool. StreamYard's excellent. Like if you've got like an hour learning curve there where you get in and you're like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? You know, you get your audio set up, you got like what's streaming, which tabs. But once you figure all that out, it is so easy to stream using StreamYard. It's wonderful. That's StreamYard.com, guys, just to share. And I recommend, if you guys are not video camera shy, do this stuff. It's so, it's so leveraged. I don't know half of you guys sitting here, but you know who I am, some of you guys ask questions, and some of you just do what I do when I'm on webinars. I just kind of sit back and don't really participate. But you're making connections with people in such a leveraged, automated fashion. And the more often you can go live on video and stream, it's just going to serve your business. Stream the best listings that came up today. I could do a stream right now and just open up my MLS or my kvCORE website, and I can just start talking about all the listings that came up today. I just go and sort by just listed. So we'll do days on website sort right here. Oh, this is our page, but I'd fire up StreamYard, just say, hey guys, Ryan here, just taking a look at the stuff that hit the market today. If you have a niche, I could say, just taking a look at all the income properties that came on the market today. Oh, this is cool. 1, 2, 3 main. Spend 10 minutes, stream to YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn. You can do it all at once with StreamYard, and do that every day. And just let me know how that goes, because I imagine your business goes through the roof. Just with your little sphere of influence on Facebook alone, seeing you stream a few times a week, it'd be great. So thanks for bringing that up, Sheila. Maybe in the future we'll do a StreamYard session, but you guys kind of got the long and short of it there. That's my take. Start streaming. All right, guys, I'll be back tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern here at the Inside Real Estate, whatever we call these things. And everybody